What if the smallest act of kindness, just a cup of coffee, could change your life forever? Tonight, I'll take you into the story of a young waitress who thought she was helping a lonely old man. But little did she know, that man carried a secret so powerful, it would test her heart, her courage, and her dreams. Stay with me until the end, because the way this story unfolds will make you believe in miracles, fate, and the value of kindness. It was a rainy Tuesday evening in a small diner on the edge of town. The kind of place where the neon sign flickered more than it glowed, and the smell of coffee lingered longer than the customers. Emma, a young waitress in her mid-20s, had been on her feet since morning. Her apron was stained from spilled lattes, her hair tied back in a messy bun, and her tired eyes still carried the weight of unpaid bills waiting at home. Emma wasn't just working for herself. Her mother was sick, medical bills piled high. Her younger brother dreamed of going to college, but every month Emma worried about groceries, rent, and the electricity bill. She smiled at customers, but behind that smile was a heart that often felt heavy. That night, the diner was nearly empty when an elderly man walked in. His coat was old, his shoes worn, and his hands trembled as he held on to the counter. He ordered just one thing, a small black coffee. When he reached into his pocket, he realized he didn't have enough money. A few coins clinked in his palm, still short. His face flushed with embarrassment. Without hesitation, Emma stepped forward. "It's all right, sir. Tonight, your coffee's on me." The old man looked up, surprised. His eyes were pale blue, filled with years of stories and silence. He whispered, "Thank you, child. You have no idea what this means to me." Emma brushed it off with a smile. "It's just coffee. Everyone deserves a warm cup on a cold night." But she didn't know. This simple act was about to change everything. Days turned into weeks, and Emma forgot about the encounter. The diner remained the same, long shifts, small tips, and endless worry. But one evening, the same old man returned. This time, he ordered coffee and apple pie. He had money in his wallet now, but he left Emma a tip so large it startled her, $100 for a $5 bill. "Sir, this must be a mistake," she said, trying to hand it back. He shook his head gently. "Kindness is never a mistake, my dear. Keep it." From that day on, the old man, who introduced himself as Mr. Carter, became a regular. He always sat by the window, sipping coffee, reading newspapers. He asked Emma about her life, her family, her dreams. And though she was careful not to share too much, somehow, he made her feel seen. What Emma didn't know was that Mr. Carter wasn't a poor man at all. Behind his worn coat and gentle demeanor, he was a billionaire, an investor who had built empires, owned companies, and walked among the wealthy. But wealth had stolen from him too. His wife had passed away years ago, his children estranged, and his fortune felt like a cage. So he wandered the world quietly, searching for something money could never buy, sincerity. And in Emma's kindness, he found it. One stormy evening, Mr. Carter asked Emma a question that startled her. "Emma, if you had everything you ever wanted, money, security, freedom, what would you do?" She laughed softly. "That's easy. I'd pay off Mom's hospital bills, send my brother to college, and maybe, just maybe, open my own little cafe. A place where no one feels alone. Where people can sit for hours without worrying if they can afford the coffee." Her voice cracked at the thought. "But dreams like that don't belong to people like me." Mr. Carter leaned closer. "Dreams belong to those who dare to keep them alive, no matter how impossible they seem." That same night, Emma faced a crisis. Her landlord threatened eviction if rent wasn't paid. Her brother nearly gave up on his college application, saying it was useless. And her mother's health grew worse. Emma broke down in the diner's kitchen, her tears soaking into her apron. Mr. Carter saw her pain. For the first time, he revealed a glimpse of who he was. He pulled out a black card, the kind of credit card only billionaires carried. "Emma, you don't know me fully. But I know you. And I want to help." Emma froze. "Help? With what?" "Everything," he whispered. Emma was torn. Accepting money from a stranger felt wrong. She didn't want charity, she wanted dignity. But Mr. Carter insisted. "Child, when you gave me that cup of coffee, you gave me something I hadn't felt in years, kindness with no strings attached. I've built empires, yet none of it gave me peace. But you reminded me of what matters. Let me do the same for you." Days later, Emma discovered that Mr. Carter had quietly paid her mother's hospital bills. He arranged for her brother's college admission. And then, he invited Emma to an office building downtown. There, in a grand conference room overlooking the city, he revealed his truth. "I am Charles Carter. Billionaire, investor, philanthropist. I've spent years looking for someone genuine, someone with heart, someone worthy of carrying forward what I built. And Emma, that person, is you." Emma's world spun. She couldn't speak. She was just a waitress, how could she step into such a life? Mr. Carter smiled. "Not because of what you have, Emma. But because of who you are. Money can be inherited. But kindness must be chosen." And so, Emma's life transformed. With Carter's mentorship, she opened her dream cafe, a place filled with warmth, laughter, and second chances. She didn't just serve coffee. She served hope. And Mr. Carter? He sat by the window every morning, his heart finally at peace, knowing his legacy was safe in the hands of a girl who once paid for an old man's coffee. So, what do we learn from Emma's story? That kindness is never small. You never know when a single act, a smile, a gesture, a cup of coffee, might change someone's world, and maybe, just maybe, your own. And if you're still watching, remember this, in a world chasing wealth and status, sometimes the richest people are the ones who give, not those who take. Who knows, the next stranger you help might just be the one who changes your life forever.